Welcome to Destiny Global Consult Limited, a real estate company registered here in Nigeria. My name is Destiny Oviawi, a real estate coach as well as a real estate entrepreneur. So I want to talk to us on something that is very critical to real estate investment here in Nigeria. I want to talk to us on the kind of property you should never buy. Property you should never buy in Nigeria. The kind of land you should not just put your money at all. Many persons have become victim of landed deals. They become so tired about getting property because of experiences they've had in the past. And so you must understand that there are certain kind of land you should never buy as far as real estate is concerned. But what I'd like to talk about this moment is never buy property that is government committed. Any property that is government committed, it means that the property is under government acquisition. And that simply means that government have interest in that property. That property probably might have been set aside or reserved by the government for specific purpose. It could be for a building, whether a school building, an hospital, a public park, as the case may be. Such kind of property, if you buy it by any means, I'm trying to say you must have lost your money. So that is one kind of property you should never put your money. Property that are committed, that are under government acquisition. Never put your money in such kind of property. A lot of persons will not tell you this because they want to make sales, because they are desperate to sell and get your money into the pocket. They will never tell you that this kind of property you should avoid it. So never buy a property under government acquisition. That's number one. And that kind of property you should never buy is a property without a title. Never buy a property that does not have a title. The first question you ask when negotiating a landed deal or property deal is, what title does this land carry? Of course, we know there are several kinds of title that land possesses. We have the C of O, we have the deed of transfer, deed of assignment, and a whole lot of all that. Several kinds of deal of title, several kinds of title. So you must make sure you are sure of the title that property is carrying before you put your money into it. Very important. Very important. Another kind of property you should never put your money is property that is still in court. Any property that is still in court, it is not advisable you put your money because anything could go wrong or the case could go either way, and that is the reason it's in court in the first place. So when a particular property or land is still in court, it is not advisable you put your money into that property. Peradventure, maybe the person you are buying from loses the case in court, it means you've lost your money as well. So it is not advisable you put your money into properties that are still under discourse in court until both parties has come together and mutually agree. That is when you should put your money. Well, that was when you should buy. Until this is done, until there is a settlement, until there is an agreement between both parties, it is not advisable you put your money into such properties. That is one property you should never put your money into. Again, the other kind of property that belongs to a family from an individual. If you must buy such property, make sure you carry the members of the family along. Carry important members of that family, carry them along as you are buying for gain. Never buy a property from someone that is not authorized to do so, especially community properties. A lot of persons just go around telling people they have property to sell, they want to market uh, land and all that. But many times they might not be the authorized people in that community. So never buy from anybody you see in the community because he or she tells you he has the land to sell. There are people designed, the people authorized to sell such property in every community. Sometimes it could be the elders of the community, it could be the John Way, it could be the leaders of such communities. So when you're buying property from a community, make sure it is from the designated people in such community. So you should avoid issues in the long run. So this is the kind of property never buy from people that are not designed to sell in the community. Even if the person is from that community, is the person authorized to do such? So those are some of the questions you should ask before just sending your money to somebody because it tells you I'm from that community. That is very, very important and very key. A lot of persons have become victim of land transaction because they bought thinking maybe this person was in charge. At the end of the day, they found out that he or she wasn't authorized to do such. And the tech community get to find out about it. They tell you that property does not belong to him or does not belong to her, or we've used the community property already by the community for certain purposes. So never buy from someone not authorized to sell. Very important. Another important things you must also take note of when buying the properties. Uh, Never buy a property without involving someone with an experience, involving somebody that has the legal understanding of what property is. There are some um, documents, there's some agreements, there's some paperwork that clearly state that this person does not have rights to transfer. And if you are not legally grounded or you don't have the legal knowledge of what it is, you might end up becoming victims. So in such scenario, when it is time to interpret that document, you discover you've already been scammed. So when you buy any property, involve a lawyer. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. This is Destiny Global Consult Limited, a registered real estate company here in Nigeria. Stay tuned in this channel as we bring you content on real estate inspection and real estate development in Nigeria.